say to you that if you're a mathematician and if you know public speaking skills, then if there is a person who do not like math, who never score good marks at math, who's not having interest at math, then if you know public speaking, then you can start making that person fall in love with math subject. You are having that power. That person will start liking math. Yes, I know you're thinking that, hey, how that can happen just because of public speaking, a person can start liking math. But it's the truth. You know why I'm saying? Listen this first. Today I went somewhere where a great human being, Marcus Ducet-Joycom, who is a professor of Oxford University, one of the best university ever, and even he's a TED speaker, and even he's a British mathematician. He just came there, and as he's a mathematician, so he was talking about his one book, Around the World 80 Games. So he was talking about math, also he was talking about few games. So he was talking about that. And obviously I went there. So I just went with the perspective that he will teach some secret formulas of maths, or like he will teach that how these all games are made, that all secret games, and how like you can specifically win at chess or like these all games. I just went with that perspective. So I just went there. But when I went there, I became excited when I just went to that room where the speaker was there and audience were there. And when I went inside, and I was super like surprised and like interested and listening to him when I seen that they were kids of 10 years old, and there were like old people of 80 and 70 years old. There's much different age group was there, and I went super interesting that let's see how the speaker will handle it and how it will catch the attention of everybody. So I was super excited. Let's see how that speaker will handle this thing. That as there are kids who like so much humor, who just like that curiosity, who like engagement in this thing, but there are older people who just love to like talk about much more old thing, 90s thing. So let's see how the speaker will handle that. So I was very curious to know. And but if I tell you, the speaker, as I told you, was this much intelligent, he handles with that public speaking skills that till the end of his speech, everybody was listening. And everybody was not like moving, looking at anywhere. Like when it comes to 10 years old, when it comes to 80 years old. Just because of his public speaking skills. And literally he was talking about math and games. But you know why they were interested? Just because of few things. Because at point he was talking about the games of snake and ladders, Ludo, chess, and some old games. But way off his telling it was not like it. First he was telling about some old games. Then he was like in between adding few games like which is recent. Then he was adding few games which are like he just told that it's worst. Then he told that, hey, those all the great things are there. What are the benefits? Then he said that thing. Oh, wait a minute. That there is particular religion of people who do not like this kind of game. He just told that thing that, hey, this is a benefit. Then he randomly jumped to the topic that, hey, these are the people who do not like, but these are the rest of the people who like. Then randomly, he just was engaging that, hey, anybody like this game? Hey, this is the worst. Anybody like this game? This is my favorite. Anybody? He was like making people engage. He was telling that anybody likes, and people were raising hands. He was engaging people. And even he was cracking humor again and again. And that's what was interesting part. And even the kind of connection he was building was incredible. The way he was engaging, the way he described everything was literally marvelous, mesmerizing. Because how? Because when he was just describing everything was literally amazing. When he was telling about snake is ladder game, he was telling that why those snakes are important, and how that snake hair burst when ladder is there. If all the snake will go, what losers will be there, and how he was telling everything. He was even behave like snake, how snake behave, how ladder behave. He was adding those funny parts, and that what made everybody engaged in it, and everybody listened till the end. And even I seen there was like literally like crowd was there just running and fighting to buy his book. Before they were not interested because before it was also available, nobody bought it. After that speech, everybody was interested. just because of the thing that he just did some drama, he just explained something, he just made audience engaged, and even he didn't tell much about it. But the way he engaged, but the way he built a connection, but the way he added a humor part was the it was actually called as public speaking. And that's what audience need, that connection, that humor as a human tendency is, and that engagement of the people. And even he took the question answers from the kids also. And that's what's the thing. That's what. And even I've seen people that at the starting they were saying that, hey, it must be something like very different. Let me just go from here. It must be boring because it's about maths and games. Like it must be boring, or like they were saying something like that. Hey, maths, I didn't find it that interesting. Like I have seen people talking about it there because I went a little bit early there. But after that, I find that they were like, wow, saying little like it is amazing. It was fun, and they were literally so interested in it. After that, they became so interested in about that old maths thing, and those all. So this is what is actually called public speaking. Yes, if you know public speaking, guys, you can be like him.